The O-1 visa was created for professionals working at the highest levels in their field in business, science, education, athletics, arts, and the film and television industry. In order to qualify for the O-1, USCIS will require an applicant to show that he or she has a demonstrated record of success in the field and that there's one or more company that seeks to employ them in the U.S. The hallmark of the O-1 visa is showing that you and your work have visibility within your field, not only within the organization or company you're working for, but beyond that. The best way to demonstrate this is through publications, either showing that there are publications that have written about you and your work, or showing that you've written articles about your area of expertise and had them published. USCIS will also consider things like whether you've won or been nominated for awards, whether you've been called on to judge the work of your peers, whether you've made an original contribution of significance to your field, and whether you've earned a high salary, among other factors. For artists, USCIS will also consider the commercial success of the productions you've worked on. You don't have to meet all of these requirements, but if you meet a few, you're likely a good candidate for an O-1 visa. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the process of putting together an O-1 visa application here at Global Talent. Applying for an O-1 visa is a process. It's not as simple as filling out a form and submitting a resume. We're basically creating a mini biography of you and your achievements, and it takes time to make sure it's done properly. The process starts with document collection for the petition. This is arguably the most important part of the process. The proof we have to show your achievements is key to the application. As an attorney, I can describe your achievements, but without the proof to back it up, USCIS might find that we don't meet the requirement we're trying to meet. Once all the documents are collected, we move on to research and drafting the case, which we estimate to take about a month. Next, if there's a union that oversees your field, we have to submit your case to them and ask for an advisory opinion letter confirming they have no objection to you working in the U.S. Once the petition is finalized and filed with USCIS, USCIS will review the application with a focus on the supporting documentation and make a decision about whether you meet the high level of extraordinary ability they want to see and whether your job requires your extraordinary skills. In USCIS normal processing unit, this might take 2 to 3 months or as much as 6 to 8. The only way to guarantee the processing time is to pay USCIS an additional $2,500 to use their premium processing service, which will guarantee that within 15 calendar days they will either approve the case or request more evidence. Once the petition is approved, if the applicant is in the U.S. and applied for a change of status, they can begin working right away. If the applicant is abroad, they have to complete a non-immigrant visa application and apply for the visa at a U.S. embassy or consulate in their home country. Once the visa is issued, they're able to travel to the U.S. and begin working. So today I want to talk a little bit about the proof that we need for an O-1 visa. For an O-1, the proof really is in the portfolio. Evidence is the key to the O-1 visa. Proving that you've done everything you've done is an essential component of the O-1 visa application. Some of the best evidence an applicant can provide for an O-1 visa is press or media coverage about them. I can't tell you how many clients I've spoken to over the years that have told me that they're kind of shy and they had the opportunity to do press junkets and interviews and they purposely shied away from them. If you're thinking about applying for an O-1, do not shy away from press and media attention. Take every opportunity you can to talk about your work in the press. You can also meet this requirement by showing that you write and publish articles in your area of expertise. Another important part of most O-1 visa applications is showing that you had a lead or critical role for companies, organizations, or productions. This is often shown by letters from current and former supervisors or executives describing your role and why it was important. But having a lead or critical role in companies or productions isn't enough on its own. We also have to show that the companies and productions have a distinguished reputation. This can be a challenge, particularly for applicants who have a history of working for smaller companies or are earlier on in their careers. Having press or other information showing that each company or production is important or interesting is an important component of an O-1 application. Showing the success of the productions, projects, or events, including awards and sales information, goes a long way for an O-1 application. If you can show that you were paid better than others in your field, that's also strong evidence. Though the O-1 was originally created for professionals working at the top of their field, we routinely obtain O-1s for professionals who are early on in their careers, including many students who graduate from U.S. universities with degrees in arts or film and TV and seek to continue their careers in the U.S. Be sure to speak with an experienced O-1 attorney to ensure that your portfolio is as strong as it can be for an O-1 application. I want to take a minute to talk about some common challenges O-1 applicants face and some USCIS processing trends that are related to these challenges. The number one challenge O-1 applicants face is securing job offers. Many people I speak to think that O-1 applicants don't require job offers, but this absolutely isn't true. You do need job offers to apply for an O-1. The O-1 visa can be issued for up to 3 years, but to get the full 3 years, your job offer letters have to cover the full 3-year period. This can be challenging, especially for artists who work short jobs. USCIS also likes to see people working from offices. Since the pandemic, many companies have completely given up their office space and work primarily from home. USCIS does not like people working from home. USCIS wants to see visa applicants working at non-residential addresses. Another challenge many O-1 hopefuls face is how to increase the amount of press and publications about them and how to establish their expertise. And how can O-1 applicants show that the projects and companies they've worked for meet USCIS's standards for being distinguished? We've filed thousands of O-1 applications and deal with these questions and issues every day. If you'd like to talk to us about these issues, please go to our website at globaltalentlaw.com and schedule a free consultation.